Alright, so when I left off on this Impala project with the disc brake swap, the only thing I had left was to hook up a couple brake lines and get the brakes bled, get the tires on, and test it. So I won't bore you with the brake lines and stuff. I will show you the finished product, and we'll go and test it out, see how these new brakes feel. I got to get my distribution block down there and get the brake lines hooked up, so let's get that done. One thing I'm not sure if I mentioned on my last video, on the drum brake setup, this is not a proportioning valve. It is a distribution block, so it's just equal distribution from front to rear, and the disc brake car uses the same block. So I got this one cleaned up. We'll get it mounted up. All right, brake lines are in. Oh, look at that. Actually, first person that can tell me what that is in the comments, I'll send you a sticker. So yeah, brake lines are all hooked up. Just gotta bleed it, but look at that. That must be where the clunk is. Look, that freaking nut is like totally loose. That one's loose too. Had to rob some vacuum to power the booster. Backside of the car, but I just pulled one of the plugs and put a fitting in there, and my vacuum line. Alright, so we're finally bleeding the brakes. This is why I like four-wheel drives. There's no room under here. I love this system. Alright, so when you're bleeding the brakes, basically what you're trying to do is push the air out of the system. And so as she pushes down on the brakes, I have to make sure that I get one of these valves open on whatever corner I'm working on to push the air out. And then I close the valve before she lets up on the pedal to make sure we don't suck air back into the system. And you just keep doing it until all the air bubbles are gone and you got free flowing fluid. Remember to top off your master cylinder once in a while so you're not pushing air in the system. But we're just about done here. Down, up, down, up. Thanks, babe. So one of the threads is kind of boogered up, but I've got a chase, so chase it. Got tired of playing musical batteries with the Jeep and the Impala, so went and got a new battery. So I'm also fairly certain my ignition switch is bad. I feel like an idiot for not changing that out when I had the column out. Would have been way easier. Anyway, got a new one. So I'll get that swapped out. Can't really film that because it's all under the dash. Hard to get to, but we'll get that swapped out and see if it works. And then get this thing fired off and go test it. All right, let's see if this dang thing will start. This part's always questionable. No big thing. Sweet. Baby girl.
Hi.
Just down the street here. Yeah, these brakes are really good. Stop like right now. These brakes are awesome. These brakes are so awesome. They stop so good. Watch this. Oh, hey, hold the camera. Hold the camera. Hold the camera. All right, so the brakes feel really good, but I'm having a steering issue. The bolts down in there that connect the rag joint all together are rubbing on the steering box. I don't know what's different now from the last time, but something's different. So I think it might just be one. So I'm going to try to get in there with the hacksaw underneath and cut it off. All right, let's go for a little longer drive. Oh my gosh, I love driving this thing. It is so much fun every time. I'm glad I've got a little safer braking system. Oh yeah, it feels good. Still pulls a little bit, not near as bad. Having the power assist, oh my gosh, it's so nice. The chance I might need an alignment. Those disc brake knuckles might be just different enough from the drum brake knuckles that my alignment might not be perfect anymore. Not that it was perfect before, you know. Oh man, the brakes are good. The brakes are so good. having something that'll squeal the tires. Even if I have to be in a corner to do it, it's still fun. I'm thinking the next step is going to be, I got to get this exhaust taken care of. Man, the exhaust fumes are nasty. It doesn't sound cool. It's got those turbo mufflers that are probably kind of rotted out, and they just sound like airy and bleh. So I really like the mufflers I got on the Jeep. So maybe I'll put a set of Summit race mufflers on this thing and bump it up to 2.5 inch all the way out. Probably sound pretty good. Yeah, I got to get those exhaust leaks taken care of because it's nasty in here. Oh, nice. Brakes feel good. Alright, I am super impressed with my new disc brake setup. Man, the brakes feel so good. They're so smooth, feel so much safer, and man, they just stop right now. It was a much needed upgrade for the Impala. I want to thank Summit Racing again for making this series possible. If you need parts for your hot rod, your Jeep, your daily driver, head on over to Summit Racing. They've got excellent parts and excellent service. So that's it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe.